Lesson 42, Gender. Pretty much any time you learn any European language, such as French, Spanish, German, Russian, Italian, pretty much any language I can think of, there's going to be what we call noun gender, meaning that each noun will be classified as having a gender known as masculine or feminine. And not every language just has masculine and feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Some languages have a third gender called neuter. Of course, as we say here in the book, the word neuter is a Latin word that means neither, in the sense of neither masculine nor feminine.
Mm-hmm.
And so ancient Greek is one of those languages that has all three genders. It has masculine, feminine, and neuter. So, Catherine, most of the time, to me, this is how I see it. Most of the time when we talk about noun gender, we're talking about grammatical gender.
Right, which is different from natural gender.
Right, but it overlaps a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
For nouns, when they get classified as masculine, feminine, or neuter, it's basically just a classification for the words themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And as our students progress, they'll see how this can affect the different forms of nouns. In Greek, we have not just one form of a noun, but we have lots of different forms of a noun. Like in English, the word cat is singular, and we add an S to make it plural. So we really have two forms of that word. We have cat and cats.
Mm-hmm.
As they'll find out in this book later, the Greek word for cat can have 10 different forms.
Yeah.
And I guess if you count dual forms, it's even more, but...
True.
So we have lots of forms for each noun. And so whether a noun is masculine, feminine, or neuter is going to affect the different forms that that particular noun can be in.
Right.
The different endings that it will have.
Right. And because it's a mostly grammatical classification, you can have things that are masculine in real life in the masculine gender in the language. So, for example, the words for brother, father, things like that are going to be masculine in grammatical gender and are masculine in real life, what we call natural gender. But some things are not intuitively masculine.
And likewise, Catherine, all the words for female family members like mother, sister, daughter, as far as natural gender goes, those are feminine. And they're also grammatically feminine. The actual words for those things are grammatically feminine.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a little bit of overlap between natural gender and grammatical gender, but it's not universal. You find it with words that refer to people,
mm-hmm.
but that's pretty much where you find it. That's pretty much where it stops. And then everything else is just grammatical gender only, just an assignment. And I think this is the key, that grammatical gender refers to the word itself, not to the thing that the word means.
Right. Because when you say the word for field in Greek is masculine, you're not saying the field itself is inherently masculine. You're saying the word for field is masculine.
Exactly. It's the word, not the thing. And to me, that's the key to understanding grammatical gender.
Mm-hmm.
So before we go on to the next lesson, the point we want to make here is that there are three genders in Greek for nouns, masculine, feminine, and neuter. In this particular book, we are only going to study masculine nouns. We're going to limit ourselves just to that class of nouns to make it easier for you to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn the basic concepts of how nouns work, and then later as you advance, you can apply those same concepts, the knowledge that you've gained about masculine nouns and how they work. You can apply that same knowledge to feminine nouns and neuter nouns. But just for the beginning stage here in this book, we're going to be working only with masculine nouns just to give you the easiest possible introduction into the Greek language.
Right.